Paris, workers at the El Milagro tortilla factory are back on the job following a walkout last week. But the employees say they're still protesting poor working conditions, lack of adequate pay, and the company allegedly not following COVID guidelines. Workers say last year at least 85 people at the facility contracted COVID and 5 died. Joining us now with more is Jorge Mujica, the strategic campaigns organizer for Arise Chicago, a workers' rights group that's been organizing with the El Milagro workers. We also reached out to El Milagro for a representative, to hear back from a representative, and we haven't received a response just yet. Jorge, thank you for joining us. So what kind of conditions are workers dealing with there?
Well, there's a whole array, there's a full list of demands, but mostly two of them. There's not enough workers, and El Milagro, instead of increasing wages to attract new workers, because they are only offering $16 an hour, which is $1 above minimum wage, instead of raising the wages, what they are doing is raising the speed of the machines. And the workers complain that they have to put together tortilla packages every 1 second, so 60 packages per minute. And they say, you can crank up the machines, but you can't increase our speed. That's inhumane. And the other one is temperatures. Of course, this is a bakery after all, and they are working at 90, 95 degrees. And when they take their lunch, the lunchroom doesn't have air conditioner either. So it's like taking your lunch at 100 degrees or 95 degrees. It's incredibly uncomfortable for them.
You and your workers, of course, you've been organizing around this. We know about the walkout that happened last week. What is the status of your organizing now?
The workers gave the company 7 days to respond to their demands. They are simply asking to sit down with management and talk about all these demands. And management so far has refused. I mean, they don't even want to talk to the workers. They say one by one, you can go to human resources, but not as a group, not as a committee, which the workers have formed, elected a committee, and they are demanding the management just to sit down and talk. Management refuses.
So one of the concerns, as we mentioned, it's been around the COVID precautions and mitigations measures. We spoke with Luis Oliva earlier today about this. Here's what he said.
Ellos casi solo les estaba importando su producción, nada de nosotros, porque no dijeron vamos a cerrar esta planta o vamos a parar el proceso o les vamos a aumentar de salario, porque están arriesgando su vida, sacándonos producción y tratando de que no pare de haber tortilla. Eso no lo miraron ellos, solo les estaba importando su proceso de tortilla, no nuestras vidas.
Jorge, has the company addressed how they've treated COVID precautions?
Yeah, they have improved some conditions. Certainly last year, there were almost criminal behavior. They did not allow anyone to use a face mask by the beginning of the pandemic, April, May last year. And that ended up with 5 deaths and 85 workers sick. Ever since, they are improving, but still, these are essential workers in crowded conditions, and, extreme precautions have to be taken.
So after the walkout last week, we know that workers were locked out of the factory for several hours. What happened?
Yes, indeed. Despite the fact that the workers gave a signed letter to management saying, we will come back to finish our shift as soon as our meeting is over, the company simply decided to shut down the plant and lock out the workers, leaving their purses, their car keys inside, their personal belongings. So the workers couldn't even go home. We had to call the police, and the police came, and the police forced management to allow the workers to walk in. And then the next day, we had another protest on Friday where we exposed this, and Human Resources finally said, we will pay you for the hours you lost yesterday. So it was a round, sound victory for the workers, but still, the demand is sit down and meet with us and let's talk about the problems.
So, of course, there's also a concern over wages. What is the average worker at El Milagro making, and what is the controversy over the job listing new job postings?
Well, since we started organizing 2 months ago, the workers were making $15.40, $15.60, $16, and then El Milagro starts advertising jobs for $16. And the workers, with 10, 15, 20, and 30-year seniority are saying, how come you're going to pay new workers more than we are earning? And on top of that, we will have to train them. So that's not possible. El Milagro came back increasing some wages, but still in the very old style of personal evaluations. So I'll give you 10 cents, I'll give you 50 cents, I'll give you 80 cents. And what the workers are demanding is a fair scale, a starting salary and then increases by seniority and by qualifications.
And on that note, here's Luis Oliva again talking about some of those demands that they're seeking.
Nosotros a la compañía le estamos pidiendo varios puntos. Número uno, es que nos paguen el salario justo que debemos de ganar. Tal vez no solo yo, porque hay muchos compañeros aparte de mí que tienen varios años o tienen varias de toda su vida de estar trabajando con la compañía. Punto número dos, la compañía nos tiene que dar uniformes, porque no es deber de nosotros de comprarlo de nuestro mismo salario, que no los pagan lo justo y todavía de ahí mismo tenemos que comprar nuestros uniformes para ir a trabajar a la planta. No es justo.
So Luis Oliva there, of course, he's speaking about the wages, the concern there as well, but also saying that he thinks the company should provide uniforms because there are restrictions and specifics about what they should be wearing. The company has sometimes had issues with those. What is next in terms, Jorge, of getting some of these demands met?
Putting pressure on the company. What the workers are saying is let's bring the community to talk to El Milagro, to call El Milagro. So they are making contact with politicians, they are making contact with faith leaders all around Chicagoland, and let's put pressure on the company. There's a petition online going on that already has, I think, 1,500 signatures in the last 2 or 3 days.
And Jorge, you all have, just before we go, you've given the company until Wednesday to respond. What happens if they miss that deadline?
At the end of the day, Wednesday. So any action the workers take would happen on Thursday. And we have several meetings this week to see what the different plans and different shifts want to do. It's up to them. We only educate, organize, and support workers. We don't decide for them.
Okay. Jorge Mujica, thank you so much for joining us. We'll keep watching.
Thank you.